Okay, I'm picking up from the short. Look, everybody can think. I shouldn't say everybody because I get into the mindset that everybody grew up like I did, and I forget that. And I think as humans, we all do that. Okay, but most people either knew or heard of some friend's family that was on Section 8, welfare, government cheese, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now, here's how long this fraud has been going on. Okay. Used to hear back in the day, and I say that as a Gen Xer, so I'm talking, let me be more precise. Back in the day in the 70s and 80s, you used to get, they weren't SNAP benefits, okay? There was actually, there was a reason why they're called food stamps. There was actually a whole separate currency that was called food stamps and actually had dollar denominations on it and all that stuff. They came in books. Some of you Gen Xers, I know I'm bringing you back. Okay. Now, here is a little fucking history lesson for you, children. Here is the only thing that the Black Panther Party can actually take credit for doing good in the 60s and 70s. I'm sure they did more than what this is the national part of it. I'm sure in their community, in their respective communities, maybe they did more. I don't want to tarnish their name or anything like that. I'm sure, it is what it is. All right. But they are credited with coming up with the WIC program, which is for women and infant children to make sure they have adequate nutrition during this time, during a certain amount of time. So you have a group that was militant, deemed racial by most people, and this new party, you guys are a fucking joke. You wouldn't make a good pimple on a Black Panther's ass. You, the idiot that you guys have speaking for you is a fucking clown. I mean, he tries to resonate strength, and he makes a good attempt at fear mongering, but you don't look like you could take 9 shots, buddy. I don't know if you could take one, but that's just my personal opinion of you, because I think your timing was extremely comical. But whatever. Do you. Just know this. When the little white girl that you're screwing finally comes to play, I'm going to fucking hammer the hell out of you. I'm going to make so many fucking memes of your stupid ass. It's going to be, I'm going to get bored with it. Because there's usually one hanging around there. Keep in mind, that's part of what pretty much ended the original Black Panther Party. Because, well, I mean, other than the fraudulent, the fakeness in them, but whatever. Now, the reason I bring them up is for this, okay? Now, none of you fucking idiots, none of you tree-hugging, fucking different colored hair motherfuckers have a problem with a black man with a fucking AR-15 as long as he's preaching your fucking narrative of no ICE. You don't have a problem with that. Huh. Now, 10 minutes ago, that AR-15, no one should have. You understand the stupidity of this shit? These fucking people are just, they're finding out what the narrative is, and then that's what they believe in, or that's what they're fighting against, or that's what it is. All these little stupid little fucking narratives. I'll tell you what, I am going to find a Midwestern housewife, and I'm going to find what she's fucking passionate about. And I guarantee you that it will be trending at some point in time, because that's how fucking stupid our goddamn society has gotten. We've got hackers coming in from all over the world that our school children are falling behind faster than the only race that they're fucking winning is the drag race, which is not anything that anyone I know wants to be fucking known for nor proud of. That's the only race our children are winning, people. Fucking drag race. You know, I keep following this fucking Poland prime minister, and god damn, I wish he was I wish he was over here. I really do. Because you know what he is? He's for his people. He wants his people to fucking prosper. He doesn't want his people harmed. He doesn't want his people fucking killed. So what does he do? Goes to the rest of the government. Hey, we got to cut this shit. You know what? He made a fucking speech that resonated with me and probably hundreds of millions of Americans. We don't need your fucking doctors from Saudi Arabia or Syria or wherever the fuck your non-English speaking ass is from. I don't need to fucking pull out my phone to understand what my doctor's fucking telling me that I got a cold. Okay? Keep your doctors over there. You motherfuckers got schools over there. Keep them over there. Okay? How about this? We've got enough bright individuals here. Let's deal with what we got. Let's get the people that have applied to become citizens. Let's work on the backlog that we have before we accept new fucking shit. That's just kind of smart. But no, we don't want to do that because we got elections coming up. So I've been saying this for a while, that we're heading towards a horrific and more than likely bloody ass civil war that is not only dividing this country, but it's dividing families, people. Families. Okay? This is how much the propaganda machine on both fucking sides is working. It is dividing families. Think about that. Fucking think about that. And now I'm speaking to you fucking families that are fucking divided. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself that false propaganda from both sides has gotten you to separate from people you have known your whole fucking life. And in some cases with you idiots, gave you life. That's how strong their propaganda machine is, this political system. And that's how stupid fucking society is. I've witnessed it in my own family. We have seen division because every family has the lazy uncle that doesn't want to do anything but party and run around with good-looking, easy broads. Okay? Every family has one. Maybe it's not an uncle. Maybe it's an aunt. I don't know. Okay? But everyone has that family member that seems to live on a fucking hope and a prayer and seems to do extremely well. And I'm grateful for those people. I truly am. Because a lot of those kind of people are artists, they're poets, they're philosophers, free thinkers. I love them people. But in order for them to feel true to their craft and keep their creative ideas flowing, sometimes they got to be a little stupid. So it's, as much as I don't want this to divide the country and divide families, it's gonna. because there's so many of you that think this Republican administration is fascist or racist or whatever the fuck you're saying. And it's, if you're doing it for a paycheck, great. I have a absolute tiny amount of respect for you that you're poisoning your fucking country for what you consider to be a good paycheck. Now, I've heard some numbers, and it's like $80,000 to $120,000. Okay, if you think that's good money, you're a fucking idiot, first and foremost. Okay? And secondly, you're exactly what the Soros clan wants. A mindless fucking robot in human form. Because you don't have the mental brain power to equate that they're paying you with your own fucking money. It's kind of, it's funny. I mean, that's when you know, I had this older guy. I was very lucky in my growing up. I was in the industry that our family got into was leisure. So dealt with a lot of people that had means. Now, I don't like to say rich, because rich is, everyone's definition of rich is completely different. Some people, it has a monetary theme. Other people, it has nothing to do with money. You can't measure my wealth. You can't. I'm the richest man in the world because I'm blessed to have the small amount of people that are around me. I know they're around me because they care about me, they love me, and they want me to be me, and they want me to prosper. That's why I feel I'm the richest man in the world. And the other thing is the security of that, because I know none of these individuals in my life are going to go anywhere. Their loyalty is there. That is priceless. That is priceless. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. No amount of money can replace that to me. So to me, that's what rich means. I'm a very rich man. Very rich. Extremely rich. Because I have those people in my life. Some of you define rich as monetary. A bunch of money in the bank, or a bunch of investments, or a bunch of stuff. And hey, I'm not knocking that, man. I'm not. If that's your definition, fucking go get it, man. Go get it. If I can help you out, I'm more than happy to, as long as you're a quality person. I'm done helping people who aren't worth toilet paper. And I know that sounds judgmental. And I truly am at a struggle with that spiritually. Because ever since Charlie got murdered, I've been leaning towards the path of Christianity. I mean, I never strayed that far away. I've always believed in Jesus Christ. I've never had much faith in mass religion like the Joels and that fucking Kenneth Copeland and all them fuckers. That's the evil in Christianity. Them are the fuckers that are just there to enrich themselves. And I'm not saying they don't know. You know, they're all wordsmiths. They truly are. They know the Bible backwards, forwards, upside down, and they're master manipulators. They're great con men. And that's what they are. They're fucking con men. You know, look at all the shit that's coming out with Copeland. The little girl, the devil came out of him when he said Tyler Perry made this airplane so cheap for me, I had to buy it. Okay. That is the most ignorant statement I ever heard in your life. Do you realize that the average plane, now this does not count Lear jets. This is the average Cessna 2 to 8-seater plane, okay? The average maintenance on said plane is around $30,000 a year. Okay, that's maintenance. That's money you need to spend on that plane to hit regulations and check marks and all the shit that the FAA puts in play that you can fly a plane. It's like 30 grand. Okay. That don't count the purchase price of the fucking plane. That don't count the hangar you got to store it in or the storage at the airport. Okay, you understand where I'm going? It's a very expensive way to travel. Okay. Now, if you've got a bunch of money, it's cheaper, a little more secure. But what I'm saying is, rich is just a definition. It doesn't define who you are. Look at how many people. Okay, you want to admire the rich? Look at Epstein. He was rich. You want to admire that? The Clintons are rich. You want to admire that? You know? De Niro. I can't believe I'm having this topic about him. I can't believe his stand on Trump. I'm wondering what is coming out of the closet. There's something hidden there. I've never seen, I've followed this fucking guy. I've probably watched just about every goddamn movie he's ever made. Maybe I've missed a few, but here's an example of how politics divides this country. I used to stop at every De Niro movie. I'd watch it again, no matter how many times I've seen it. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I've seen Goodfellas. I don't even know how many fucking times. Still watch it. This last time I'm flipping through. Goodfellas on. Usually I stop. I went right by. Because De Niro's stance on Trump. Because I think Trump's doing good for the country. I don't agree with everything he's doing. But he's better than the last guy that I didn't agree with anything that motherfucker was doing. All he did was make us weak for 4 years and gave thieves, fraudsters, a 4-year fucking head start on the already 20-year head start they had. So, listen, people. I've said this again. I've said this time and time and time and time again, and I'm hoping, my hope here, let me be clear with this. I just want to reach one fucking person. Just one of you is out there. I just want one of you to have this thought process. Just once, one time. And then everything I've done, I will be an immense success. I will be so happy if just one of you look at someone and be like, let that first fucking judgment go through and then come in with that second chance. Be like, no matter what I just seen, I'm going to give you a chance. If one of you out there do that and is kind to that one person, I will have succeeded. And with that, have a great day.